I was going for uh, I was going for some data that a company held that would have matched the data that I know to be true. So I never got that, because the reason being was because when I filed in the court, I didn't file with a cause of action, so the judge couldn't give me what I wanted. So then also the statute for that particular thing had run out. So basically, I went to court. It took a couple of days, but in the end, I couldn't get what I wanted. The other party supposedly won, I suppose, and I was to pay court costs. But it ended up that I didn't have to pay court costs. But that it's still, I still had reporters and that coming up to me saying you can do this and that. So I still want to see what I can do with regards to, getting disclosure. Yeah. It was called Tabcorp. Yeah. Yes, but it's not Gold Lotto. It's Tabcorp. I had the name wrong. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because the last time I rang, I was in quarantine and they'd said, we can't help you with that. And yes, the statute had ended, but it's actually, I had the name of the company wrong. And I also, I really, for my peace of mind, I want to sort the thing out. So, yeah. Okay, thank you. My Facebook. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because I mean, the only reason that I know I can ring is because I rang while I was in quarantine in January, and they did say, I know they can't help me with that matter, but that matter got closed, but it's another matter now. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because he was pretty good. Yeah. Oh, um, face to face, I think is better. Yeah, yeah. Yep. No, no, no. Look, I was in Sydney at Christmas time, and that is why I did the quarantine in January. But apart from that, yeah, no, I'm all cleared. I've had a few COVID tests. I've never had COVID. Yeah. Oh, thanks for checking everything with me because I mean, if no, if nobody helps you, you go where to go. Because I actually tried to get in touch with the judge, but like I couldn't get in touch with him because after your case is closed, you can't talk to them. But he did say there's a couple of other pathways I could take. So he put that thought in my head. So that's why. Yeah, yeah. Oh, his name was Justice Henry. Yeah, 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 yeah. I should have that. Oh no, no, no. I don't actually because you know why? They haven't. They didn't give me any paperwork. I'm trying. I'm actually, as we speak, I'm trying. I'm sending away for the transcript, so I might have that by next week. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because really, like I'm kind of proud of myself. Andrew did advise me actually not to go to court. He said skilled people get thrown out, but I just felt like when you've had an injustice, like you want to fight for it. So I'm kind of proud that I did still do that. But at the same time, like like I've been told that there is other things I can do, so I don't want to let it go, and I don't want to leave it too long either. Yeah. Oh, he did. He not just hinted. He said, "Kathy, there are a couple of other pathways I'd like to discuss with you." But the thing is, he also went on to say he's in the middle of a murder trial, and this was the day of the decision. And he did this big spiel. Sorry to take all your time. He did this spiel about like I'm on a fishing expedition, and I thought about it, and it's not like I was on a fishing expedition. I knew exactly what happened, but the other party, like even though I had witnesses and that, they never looked at it. So I think Justice Henry ended up realizing that I just wasn't, out to cause trouble or to get something that wasn't mine. Like the fact that it went on for 2 days was kind of good. On that decision day was when he said, "Kathy, there's a couple of other pathways I'd like to tell you about." And I know it didn't have to do with the costing. I thought about that. It wasn't that. In the end, I didn't have to pay court costs, so I was very lucky actually. But I only found that out through the media and through, yeah, basically through the media. No, the court never gave me any paperwork after the case. That was it. Yeah. Yeah. So most of what I know is was written in the paper. That's all I know. But I feel like they should give you they should give you a bit of a rundown in writing, but it does looks like they don't do that. The only thing I can get is the transcript. He might be able to get the transcript, like the court. He probably would get it easier because he's and because it's a community thing. On the fourth, I was at court on the 4th of February, and that was at 9:15 a.m. in the morning. But the judge didn't get there till 9:30, and that went for a bit over an hour. And so he wasn't giving, and I did get bullied by the other party quite substantially. But in the end, he said, to be fair, I'm not going to make a decision today. He said, can you come back tomorrow? So on the next day, he said, can you come back at 2? And then he did his spiel and said, there's a couple of other pathways I could take. And he went into the costing, and he actually said to the other party, are you kidding? He wasn't happy with what they wanted. And then he said, oh, you're lucky. Sorry, I've gone on too much. But and then the next day I found out from a law website about the case, and they said that she doesn't have to pay. And then someone told me it was in the Cairns paper as well. I didn't have to pay. So, and I haven't heard otherwise either. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I honestly, I went to great efforts because I know, like, from this businessman said to me, like a couple of people came up and said they knew Justice Henry, but I found out they just know him from the paper. But this business guy, he's apparently his daughter works in the court as well, and I did know him, and he said, "You should do this, you should do that," and I tried to contact Justice Henry, and I even left some paperwork with that businessman to pass on, but he said he can't do it. So yeah, so I tried. Yeah, that's right. Like, basically, they tell you something, and I thought I was being kind. When he said he had a murder trial on, I thought, I'm not going to put up my hand again or ask anything, and I should have on the day, because then I might have been satisfied with what he had to tell me. But because he left me hanging, I really feel like, and I know I didn't get justice, so like I still am out to get something else. Yeah, yeah. And it's not money. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 1 p.m.'s fine. I just got to make sure I come on time, because I did come to see Andrew one time, and I was like 10 minutes late. And then he said the next, yeah, like I really only got about 10 minutes out of him. And then that was the last time. But anyway, thank you. Thanks for lending me an ear as well. Yeah, and not turning me away. I mean, it could happen that I get it. Yeah, I could turn up and he says I can't help you anymore. But to me, it's similar, but it's a different thing that I'm asking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because before I wanted, yes, I wanted data to match what I had, and I didn't even think to ask for the money when I went to court. So even the justice said, she's not even asking for money, whereas I should have done that. And if I'd filed just a week before, I would have got into court on time. So yes, that matter ended, but the other matter for me is that I would like disclosure, and I still feel like I deserve to have that, because I had tons of evidence. But anyway, thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Jade. Thank you. Okay, you too. Thank you. Bye. Okay. maybe that wasn't right, but I just didn't know how that would go. So yeah, I've got an appointment at 1 p.m. at Cairns Community Legal, so I'll have to get my shit together. Be well. Everyone's set for Tabcorp.